Hey YouTube, how you guys doing tonight? Kevin here coming at you with another video. So we're going to be working on this here bike, the 1977 GT80. We already did the first start on it, and what do we got tonight? So you guys might notice this orange handle right here. So the gentleman I got my KV75 from gave me some parts that were in a fire, okay? And they had, like, you can see like the ashes burnt into them a little bit. I ended up getting a set of them off of him, and I've been sitting on them for a while, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do with them. You can see I got the other one right here, and I put that on the twist grip. And I said, you know what? Why don't I throw them on this bike? I mean, I know they don't match, but they're complete. They're in their complete set, so I think they work just fine. So tonight we're going to replace this piece right here, the throttle assembly, and I got in the ignition coil, which is up here, and the bracket. Okay, so this is the coil as I got it right here. This came in today, so we're gonna put this on, get that all set up, and we're gonna put that on right there. So well, let me get you guys in the stand and we'll get crack-a-lacking. And but before we do, take a second, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification, so when I post a video, you guys get it. All right, let me get you guys in the stand. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is get this tank off here and get this, what do you call it there, carburetor on. Not carburetor, the ignition coil. Take that already off. Already did the fuel line to it. Coincidentally, on these bikes right here, the GT80 and the MX80, the fuel filter that is inside the tank is the one that we're going to be using. It's not, the one that's external is not used. Alright, so let me move the bike and get you guys on the other side. You know, funny as it is, I've never had to do a coil on any of these 6-volt bikes, so it's kind of weird. In fact, on this bike right here, I was looking all over the place for a coil bracket, and I'm like, where the heck is it? Where'd it go? And I didn't know it was located up underneath the frame here. So, your coil bracket right there. This is I got this off of eBay, like I said, and this is exactly how it goes on the bike. So it goes up underneath, and we're going to just move all this stuff out of the way. It slides up underneath, which is going to be interesting. Because like I said, I've never had to do one before. So it's just kind of one of those weird off-the-wall type things, you know. That's how it goes. Looks like that. This pot bends, I would say, that way. Put one screw in. And this slides down this way. Get the other screw in. There's the wire to it. If I put that in like that, I'm not going to have no wiring. There's a wire over here on the back part. So, see if I can get that wire out right here. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have to finagle that, because that's just weird. It ain't gonna. It's weird, it ain't right. Alright, well, let's just tap it in. We'll figure it out on the other side of the bike. How's that? Okay. Now we got this cable and this brake line right there. Okay. Alright, we'll figure out this wire right here, because this has to go up underneath now and go over to the wire on the other side. It's always interesting, guys. Always interesting. Alright, so I got you guys on the left side of the bike. Now, the problem I'm having is my coil wire is right here, the trigger wire for it. And it's about an inch off from where it plugs into. So I'm just trying to find out where the wiring is, where it goes, to kind of make it move to where it needs to be. Just kind of a weird system, you know. It's almost like there's not enough wire to fit that coil. And I know it's the right coil, so I want to make sure I get this on there properly. Okay, so that goes on that side. Nice and tight there. And even like that, there is not enough wire. So, what do we do? What do we do? We have enough wire here to go from that switch, but not enough engine wire to go from the back. I want to make sure, plug in there, but the wire is still too tight. It comes up on that side right there like that. Now let's get some freedom. Then the kill switch pops into here. And that's around like that. And then when we put that on there, it should work just fine. So we gotta see if we get a spark. No gas in it, I got the tank. Okay. Alright. So, we're able to fire it. Okay, good. So we got spark. Now we gotta fix the problem. So we're gonna add some wire to this, guys. I'm gonna keep these connectors, but I'm gonna add wire to it. I'm gonna cut that. This end is just torn up. Add wire to it. Make it look proper. Put it back in its holsters where the wire needs to go. Because it's all routed correctly. You know what I mean? So we're going to add wire to that. We're not going to do that right now, but we'll add wire to it. Right now we're going to switch out that that piece up top there. So let's see here. This throttle cable that we're going to be using is actually way longer, unfortunately. So let me pause you for a second. Okay. Alright, so my throttle, the throttle assembly that I have is a little on the different side. It's just a hair different. This one has one wire going up to it, and the one I have has two wires. So I don't see that being a big problem. But nevertheless, we're going to take it apart and see if we can't switch them out if they're interchangeable. I might have to go ahead and order a throttle assembly for it if it doesn't work. So let's see. Off. Come on, my cool. Okay. see if I get that piece off down bottom. I'm trying to separate it from the union here. Okay, this little junction block that has the one cable going into two. These are a pain in the neck, and most of the time they just snap. So we're gonna have to try to do it gingerly, gently, however you want to put it, whatever terminology you want to use, as easy as possible. Get this wire out of here. That thing is on there tight. Took a little shot of some WD-40. Okay, good. Now we're going to try a little trick. Alright, so, little trick coming up. Alright, guys. This trick works more than half the time, but sometimes you will break this. It's inevitable if it's been on there for 100 years like this one's been on there for. But you grab it, and you have a little bit, I'm just using light tension. Stick your screwdriver on there. And you can sometimes pry them apart. But you're prying against the screwdriver. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Okay. So then I go to plan B and a half. Plan B and a half. We're doing this. Okay, we'll try plan B and a half. Got it. I'm using these. These are made by Gear Wrench. They're body pliers. And they popped it off. So I clamped it with my pair of pliers to hold it in place. And then I used the body pliers to kind of give it the little oomph it needs. And then I should be able to pull this back. Yeah. Alright, so I have to undo the throttle, undo the oiler as well. Give me a second. Okay. So what I have to do now is I gotta make sure the throttle cable is all the way in as far as it can go. See if I can pull this out. Okay. Then I'm gonna detach the throttle cable if I can. Pop the slide out. Bring it around town. Push this in. Grab the cable. Slide. Okay. This releases that cable, the throttle, and I can pull it up. Once you get it pulled up, you can see the union right here coming out. And that's it, and that just released it. Okay, now the hard part. Yeah, there's always a hard part, and that's putting it back in. This is the part that I'm terrible at. Okay, so we got the throttle all the way in there. Now we got to take the cover off the oil pump so we can then release the cable and push it back up through. The throttle cable is really going to be no problem because it's right here. And then bam, you know. So we have the throttle cable we have to hook up and the oil pump. Alright, I've never had this oil pump cover off before. So I'm just going to use my Milwaukee M12 impact driver. A Phillips number 3-bit. And take it off like a boss. Oh, look at that, huh? Nice and clean in there. Which is good. That's what we want. Okay, so for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my... Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull on the throttle cable until it locks. And I'm just going to use a pair of pliers. Gently hold it like that. Okay? Light pressure. Don't clamp on them. You shouldn't have to clamp it. You should be able to do this with 2 fingers. Go boop. And it should hold it. And then what it does is it has the cable sticking out here. Okay? So let's get back on the other side of the bike. Alright. So now we're going to take this cable right here. Is my oil pump. Slide that through. And in as far as it can go, which is sticking out that side. We'll take the throttle cable. We'll stick that through the other side. So it too pops through. Just like that. Make sure they're separated. So you get 2 cables sticking through. And then we'll connect them. Oil pump first, because that's the one that's in the furthest. And that's the hardest one. So if you get that connected, you're pretty much golden. Unless you're like me, all fingers. Okay. And then, of course, you slide that on. Down. And then snap it together. And you, my friend, are in. And then you can release the oil pump. Now the throttle cable is connected with the 2 cables. Okay, now we have to go ahead and put the throttle portion of that back together. Okay. Okay. And then you put the throttle back together the same way we took it apart, which I've already done. And then we got to route the throttle cable up and in. Somehow. Let's see how this go in. This went around that way. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end it there for tonight. And then figure this thing out tomorrow. And then we'll go from there, see if we can do get this thing all finished off. So anyway, guys, thank you. I hope you guys learned something tonight. I know it's been a bit of kind of an all over the place video, but basically learn how to do that and see what the oil pump looks like and how clean it was inside there. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.